So I've been in the hospital for a week and a half now. Um, Not that it matters much or anything. I just have a condition that requires me to be in the hospital for a week and a half. And a, I think of, you know, obviously when you're in the hospital for a week and a half, you're allowed to think a lot. I think I normally think a lot in general. Um, but especially now that I've been in the hospital. And I don't know. I I'm so bored that I just want to like say my thoughts and like put them out on the internet about I don't know, just life, the meaning of life, humans, what the fuck we're even doing. Um, and I don't think these are like unique thoughts or special or I don't even expect this to get any views or anything. But I feel like I need to just document my own thoughts, personal experience, just how I feel about the world because I think it's going in a really bad direction. Um, and I don't think it's gonna get better anytime soon, or it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. Um, so with that, I'm gonna say what we don't understand, and like I'm not a professional or anything. I'm getting my master's degree in human geography right now, which isn't like philosophy or any of these, you know, it's not that impressive or anything. Like I don't know that much. I'm not claiming to be an expert or any of these things, but I think humanity, and I think a lot of people know this, um, but I think a lot of people view it wrong, in my opinion. Like you're not getting to the crux of the problem here. Humanity is in very bad shape, and we're in a direction where like our values are completely fucked, essentially. Um, all we value is money, really, and that's kind of what drives society. Um, if you don't have money, then you can't survive, obviously. And money is completely made up. And I'm sure you've heard this so many times before. I'm not trying to lecture you, but you have to really understand this. Money, all it is something that compels you to work, right? I'm not saying we can have a society where no one works. Obviously, maybe in the future when we have like robots and all AI and all these things, whatever the fuck. But you got to work to some extent, and you should because that's what makes life worth living sometimes. Um, but the issue is like, and this is said by Marx, I guess, it's like we're so alienated from our labor, but not even just that, we're alienated from the very like value of life itself. Where the reason I think so many people are depressed and have mental issues today or numb, I think a lot of people are numb. They're not even depressed, they're just, or maybe that is depression, they're just completely numb. Or they go through highs and lows, and the highs are just pleasurable experiences like sex, drugs, partying, vacation. They're just pleasurable experiences. They're not actual satisfaction, actual happiness, right? It's just temporary, fleeting happiness. Um, and they talk about that sort of thing, Buddhism, like permanence, like nirvana, right? I think the reason that all these things are just like so rare these days is because our entire society is formatted incorrectly. We put everything into individual success, which has nothing at all to do with what makes people truly happy. Um, when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to be thinking, "Oh, I wish I would have had more money. Oh, I wish I don't know, fucking partied more, fuck more women, fuck more men, whatever." You're not going to be thinking that. You're going to be thinking about your loved ones who are around you, who are thinking about you. You're going to be thinking about the connections you made throughout your life. And in fact, after you're dead, the only ones who are going to really be thinking about you in a way that means anything at all is the people that know you best. Um, and I think I've always known this. I think a lot of people know this, that meaning of life is love, but even more so, it's a deep, deep love for other people. Um, and I don't know if anyone's seen, I mean, of course, a lot of people have seen this movie. I've recently watched Hamnet, which is a movie that came out last year, got nominated for some Oscars. And I think it probably should have won Best Picture because for me, it was a deeply kind of affirming experience where the whole movie is basically about how after death, the only thing that's going to matter is the love that people have for you and the love that you have for others. Um, that's all that's going to matter. And the reason that people sacrifice their lives, is for that only. Um, and that's the ultimate price. It's your own life. But so many people will pay that price to save the life of a loved one. Um, or to, because in the movie, it's like, I don't want to spoil too much, but Hamnet, he dies because he basically saves his sister's life. Um, and because he sees that the only thing that makes life worth living for him is his sister, is these relationships. And if she is gone, then at that point, there's not really anything to live for. Um, so, and I think we used to know this. I think, and I think we still do deep down. It's a part of human nature. I mean, if you just look at animals, obviously, I don't want to make the appeal to nature fallacy, but I'm saying that, like, they are content without individual success, money, fame. In fact, they don't even perceive it to be a thing, I don't think. Um, and humans were as well for the longest time until, I mean, I'd say maybe even civilization developed, right? And then I don't really know where we went wrong exactly. I wouldn't be able to name a specific point where humanity went from valuing what really matters, which is your family and your loved ones, and all the time you spend with them, and just fostering those relationships and fostering the strong connections where you know everyone so well and you're able to laugh. Uh, I don't know exactly where that got completely lost. I'd say, I don't know exactly. Maybe when we went from being agricultural hunter gatherers to agriculturalists. But to be honest, I don't know when or why that would be. Um, Maybe it's when money came around. And yeah, I mean, they say that money is the root of all evil, but I really need you to understand that it quite literally is in every sense. And that doesn't mean we should get rid of money necessarily. I think that'd be a terrible idea. But what I'm saying is that we need to completely, if you want to live, actually fuck the whole societal basis, because I don't think our society is going to change, right? Like, let's be real. On your own individual basis, if you want to be happy, just cherish the people who are close to you as much as you can, and everything will be just fine. Everything will be okay. And if the people around you do the same thing, especially, I know a lot of people have, abusive parents or bad relationships or, you know, any number of things. But if everyone just stopped putting so much value in everything else, it'd be better for you and for everyone else. I guess maybe this seems so simple, and maybe everyone knows this already. I don't know, but I don't know. I think that is what the universe wants us to do. What God, whatever God you believe in, wants us to do is simply just to love each other. And this is what all the religious figures said. They all say the same thing, except somehow we miss the mark every single time. And it turns into religion turns into these like power structures and like greed machines, basically, extraction machines, instead of being what they are at the core, which is literally just to love each other, love thy neighbor, have a family, love your family. And yeah, I think that's really it. I think if you don't do these things, you're not going to be happy permanently. You're not permanently, but you're not actually going to be happy. And you can't lead me to believe otherwise. The most successful people in the world are fucking depressed. They do disgusting things, as we've seen with the Epstein files. They do the most depraved things. It's because they're completely detached from what matters. They think money and power matters. They think their own individual success matters. So then they don't even value another human life anymore. Um, they don't value that price, like I was saying earlier. They don't. The price, the ultimate price that you're willing to pay is to give your own life for someone else. I think everyone should try to feel that way about their people. And I think that is how you achieve happiness. Um, Obviously, some interdependence is needed, and some respect and responsibility amongst the relationships is required for it to actually be happiness. It can't just be a one-way street. Um, yeah, I think that's about it.